Now at 9, it was a scary sight. Tornadoes touched down in parts of our viewing area tonight. Warning alerts blaring across campus. Our own team here at NewsLink abruptly ended their own severe weather coverage to shelter in place. Our other team is tracking some possible lingering severe weather.
Indiana Michigan Power is reporting thousands of customer outages spanning from Muncie to Union. The latest reports on restorations.
Tracking some severe weather into the
local news about local people, live from Ball State Unified Media. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Warnings are still in effect after severe weather swept our area earlier this evening. Thanks for joining us tonight at 9. I'm Dima Robinson.
And I'm Emma Matlock. A NewsLink Indiana crew on the scene in Selma are confirming a mass casualty response is underway in and around Winchester. Our assistant weather forecaster Noah Gordon has the latest on tonight's severe weather threat.
Yeah, guys, it's been a very rough day around the region today, especially. We've had several tornadoes confirmed throughout the county here, but taking a look outside right now, that severe threat looks to be ending here as we head throughout most of the evening here. Henry and Wayne County are expected to be still in that tornado watch for a little while longer here, but overall that severe threat looks to be winding down. Had a slight risk of severe weather throughout most of the region this morning, and especially into this afternoon we had that MCS roll through parts of the region here, but overall what happened is the tornadoes moved through especially parts of Delaware and parts of Randolph counties throughout this evening. Still working to figure out the details, but damage has been reported throughout most of our NewsLink Indiana viewing area here. Henry and Wayne counties, the two southern and southeastern counties in our viewing area, still in that tornado watch here, but everywhere else north of that in our NLI viewing area has been cut out of that tornado watch for the evening here. So winding down here, definitely going to be definitely has been a scary night across the region for sure here. Right now we're still looking outside. Temperatures still very warm out there. 63 in Muncie, 63 in Indianapolis, 70 in Shelbyville. You still see that cold front still hasn't moved through exactly yet, but is moving slowly here through parts of northern and northeast Indiana as that cold front dives to the south here. That's really been the impetus for our severe weather today here, and it's definitely been a widespread threat. We've had tornadoes in several parts of the state and even over into Illinois and Ohio here, but what we're watching tonight here is recapping those severe weathers, especially as that threat winds down. Cooler weekend ahead, and then I'll have more on next week and possibly even some snow showers as we head into next week.
As of right now, almost 8,000 customers are without power, according to Indiana Michigan Power. Outages around the Muncie area are expected to be restored around 1:30 a.m., but outages around Winchester and Union City are still being assessed. We'll keep you updated on air and online at ballstatedaily.com.
75 bills were signed into law yesterday, one of them being Senate Bill 202. Conservative proponents hope the bill will spur intellectual diversity in publicly funded college classrooms. Holcomb said in a statement the bill aligns with his track record of, quote, encouraging diversity, inclusivity, and respect for all by ensuring freedom of expression for faculty and students. He also said he has faith in Indiana's public universities to implement this law to foster the successful growth and intellectual vibrancy of academia while protecting the rights of all individuals. Some faculty and students said the Senate enrolled the Act 202 would micromanage their institutions and have a, quote, chilling effect on free expression.
15-year-old Ella Saylor went missing in Muncie February 3rd. Over a month later, Muncie police and Ella's family are still searching for answers.
That's right, guys. I spoke with Ella's family today and Detective Plummer, who is on the case, about the status of her disappearance from Muncie and what the public can do to help bring her home.
Terrible, like not knowing where she's at.
A statewide silver alert was issued by Indiana State Police for Ella Saylor on February 4th, a day after the 15-year-old went missing in Muncie.
Miss Saylor's parents contacted the police. When they woke up, they found that the front door was unsecure and Ella was not in her bedroom. She had had previous runaway attempts.
According to the Indiana State Police, she is believed to be in extreme danger and may require medical assistance.
We want our daughter home. home. We want her safe. We want her getting the help she needs.
They say the best way the public can help bring Ella home is to share the posts on their Facebook page called Ella Saylor is Missing to get her face out there.
15, and she has too much of her life ahead of her. And she's a great girl, super smart, very kind, very loving, loves her sisters and brothers.
Ella is 5 feet 4 inches tall, 230 pounds, has brown hair, brown eyes, and has braces on her teeth. She was last seen wearing a gray Mackinac jacket with Washington, D.C. on the front and black pajama pants with puzzle pieces on them.
So far, no clues, no leads, but somebody has to know something. So the more people who see her face and is on the lookout for her, the better.
Any information or sightings of Ella or her whereabouts, contact the Muncie Police Department at 765-747-4838 or call 911. Again, according to her family, she is believed to need medical assistance and struggles with mental health issues. NewsLink Indiana will keep you updated with this story on air and online as information becomes available at ballstatedaily.com.
Convicted murderer Alex Murdaugh will be sentenced April 1st on federal charges of fraud and money laundering. Former South Carolina attorney is already serving 2 consecutive life sentences for the 2021 shooting deaths of his wife Maggie and son Paul. Murdaugh also pleaded guilty to nearly 24 financial charges. Those charges stem from Murdaugh stealing more than $7 million from his personal injury clients. If convicted, the federal sentence will be served at the same time as the state sentence for the murders.
TikTok CEO Shou Chew met with Senator John Fetterman, who said that he would vote for the House-passed bill to remove TikTok from app stores if it doesn't divest from ByteDance. Chew gave a statement to the reporters outside of Fetterman's office saying that it was disappointing that the House passed the legislation and, quote, calling it a, quote, banned bill. Take a listen.
And there's a lot of misinformation out there, and I intend to clarify it. There's a lot of noise, but I haven't heard exactly what we've done this wrong. As you know, it's very disappointing for us that the bill passed in the House of Representatives. We looked at it, this is a banned bill. In this form, if it's passed into law, this is a ban on our app in this country. It's going to impact 170 million Americans who use our app. It's going to impact 7 million small businesses, and I hope their voices are heard.
The turbulent trajectory of TikTok in the U.S. took another turn today with an unexpected announcement by a former cabinet member who says he's putting together a plan to buy the popular platform. Laura Agari has the latest.
I'm going to put together a group to buy TikTok.
You're trying to buy TikTok?
I am.
It's the latest twist in the TikTok tug of war on who should or will control the wildly popular social media app in the U.S. Former Treasury Secretary under Donald Trump, Steven Mnuchin, on CNBC Thursday, unveiling his plan to make a bid, which could happen if a bill banning the Chinese-owned platform or forcing its sale in the U.S. makes it to President Joe Biden's desk. It passed the House with strong bipartisan support Wednesday.
This is a huge lever to affect elections, to carry out a communist government's nefarious plans.
ByteDance ownership of TikTok is a threat to the security of the United States.
The editor-in-chief of ByteDance is the secretary of the CCP cell embedded at the very highest levels of ByteDance to control all of its products, including TikTok.
National security concerns are the most common thread joining both sides of the aisle. Still, there were a few dozen holdouts in the House.
There are First Amendment implications at stake.
We want to ensure that TikTok is in the ownership of either an American company or a company in an allied country.
Mnuchin hasn't yet revealed how he'd finance the deal or how much he'd offer. But even to get there, the bill to force a sale needs to pass here.
We're going to allow the process to unfold as it should in the Senate.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
CNN has reached out to former Secretary Mnuchin and TikTok representatives, but has not yet received a reply.
Coming up, learn more about the why behind the pie at one local bakery on this Pie Day.
and find out how Prime Day may be closer than we think.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, love you always.
Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Man, it's lonely. Like, going through life lonely. There is the therapeutic aspect of music, just expressing how you feel. I'm going to talk to Howie about his feelings, make it into a song.
To all of the math lovers, you may already know what today it is, and it's not just a Thursday. Our Brooke Forrad has more on how one local bakery is celebrating Pie Day.
For some people, March 14th is just another day. Meanwhile, pie lovers get to celebrate a national holiday. MCL Restaurant and Bakery created a coupon for a free dessert with a purchase of food in honor of Pie Day. They regularly have different types of offers for their menu. For example, the flavor of the month is coconut, offered in cake and cheesecake. Daily homemade meals are a staple for this business.
We have everything's made fresh. We make everything from scratch, just like you used to do. When Grandma comes out and she makes everything from scratch. That's what we do here every morning.
This restaurant has been located inside of the Muncie Mall since December of 1975. After 48 years of dedication, she tells a story of how she climbed the ladder to general manager.
So I started on the line, and then I went in to be the head baker, and then I was in charge. I did the bakery, and I just kind of got thrown into it and just learned how to do recipes and hit and miss, and I can do it.
Flowers says that the company takes pride in their staff, customers, and food. She notes that MCL has given her the opportunity to learn something new every day.
I like the people here. Like, we work well together most of the time. We can have a fun time, but like still get our jobs done.
Right. After 2 years with the restaurant, Barry says that she enjoys catering the most. When COVID hit, the restaurant had to close their carry-out catering. More recently, rumors have started on Facebook questioning if they are closing the restaurant completely. Flowers hopes that everyone knows that they are not going anywhere.
You know, COVID kind of shifted a bunch of stuff, and so we just need everybody to come out and see us and support us so we can stay.
With Muncie Mall's new investors, MCL hopes to continue to grow their business. In Muncie, Brooke Forrad, NewsLink, Indiana.
MCL will also be having a St. Patrick's Day deal. They are offering a shamrock cookies with a beef and cabbage special. And on Amazon, Amazon is holding its first ever big spring sale later this month. It's like Prime Day, but focused on seasonal items. It includes deals on spring fashion, fitness products, cleaning, and yard work items. And in Amazon is devices such as Kindle and Echo. Some of the deals are up to half off.
Cooler weekend ahead. I'll have the full details coming up right after the break.
As a dad, every day is a challenge. To make sure that the time that I have, I spend with them. It doesn't matter how tired you are, you have to try and to teach them. When they learn something new, and you can just see in their faces. It's such an incredible moment. It's those moments that are my favorite.
Oh man, I can't believe I'm missing this. Okay, Grandma. I see you.
Don't get stuck at home with the flu. A flu shot is the best way to prevent the flu and its potentially serious complications. It keeps you, your community, and loved ones protected. Don't get flu FOMO. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Can't believe you're doing this alone.
I've done it before.
I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up?
Hand me that board.
Nothing wrong with getting help.
I'm good.
I did it when Felicia left.
I'll figure it out.
I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
It can be a real pain sometimes, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
If you're just now joining us, we are taking a live look at the weather conditions on Ball State's campus right now.
Just into our newsroom, a NewsLink Indiana crew in Selma is confirming that 3 reported deaths in Winchester, according to Indiana State Police. In Selma, Liberty Perry School District is closed tomorrow, March 15th. There will be no e-learning or asynchronous instructions.
Our assistant weather forecaster, Noah Gordon, is overviewing that severe weather that was in our area just 2 hours ago.
So yeah, luckily guys, that severe threat is finally winding to an end across most of our region here. You see parts of Kokomo, Marion, even the northern parts of our NLI viewing area clear as of right now. Even a few rain showers, especially here in Anderson, Muncie, parts of Randolph, Henry, and Wayne County. Even a severe thunderstorm warning still here north of Richmond, but winding down, thankfully, after a long and busy night of severe weather. It was actually nearly 20 degrees above average today. Today's high of 67, 17 above the average high, getting pretty close to that record high of 78 in 2012, and obviously setting off the stage for those storms today. But tonight, thunderstorms, especially right before midnight, I would say, and then leaning off after midnight tonight. 49 southwest winds at 10, gusting up to 25 miles an hour. Those thunderstorms, it's more of just a rain sort of deal now, especially, but if you're headed south, those thunderstorms are still going to be an issue in southern parts of Indiana. But tomorrow, thankfully, a much quieter day. Some rain early, 8 a.m., 46 degrees, rain. Winds out of the north at 10 miles an hour, much colder than we've seen recently. By noon here, 49 degrees. Those winds still out of the north at 10 miles an hour. 5 p.m. all the way up to 51 degrees, excuse me, at a north-northeast wind at 10 miles an hour here. Much quieter and much cooler for the next 7 to 10 days across our region. Here you see most of Indiana and the Great Lakes region highlighted in that darker sort of shade of blue, indicating a higher probability of having below average temperatures, which is something we really haven't seen across the region these past few weeks as we've been in that warm stretch for most of the past few weeks here. Precision Cast shows Friday evening we see clouds moving out here. As we move into Saturday, thankfully a quiet sunny day. Saturday into Sunday, maybe a few rain showers as we move into Sunday. Clouds return, but we see here Monday actually maybe even be some chances of snow showers Monday morning into afternoon, so something you're going to have to watch any of those travel plans Monday afternoon into the evening here. But overall, the broader pattern is remaining quiet and thankfully clear of any severe weather or any rain at all over the next 7 days. Taking a look here at our Ross 7-day forecast here, we see Friday almost 20 degrees cooler than today, 52 degrees the high. Saturday, a little bit warmer, 56 here. Lows still in those 34, 36. Would not be surprised to see a partial frost if you're headed out on those morning. And then a hard frost Sunday into Monday morning as we see those lows in 29, 22. For your St. Patty's Day, pretty cold out there, especially compared to the recent 60s and 70s. 45 degrees the high on Sunday. Monday, that next sort of big weather maker in the region here. Snow showers expected throughout Monday afternoon into evening. Something we're going to have to watch. Right now, it looks to remain quite light tonight, so stay here on NewsLink Indiana for more information regarding that threat. Tuesday, 42 degrees. Wednesday, 48. Thursday, 53. So back to around normal, and I think, you know, we probably deserve it, especially after a rough weather night tonight across the region.
For sure, and let's see what Bryce has with sports.
2 local basketball programs look to stay alive in the postseason, and some high-flying Cardinals battle in hopes of a big win. All this and more next in sports.
It's something about having that piece of paper. Some people think that's worth more than my skills.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
You just gotta be so good they can't ignore you.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Analytics and empathy. That's how I've gained clients.
I am more.
I'm more
than who I am on paper.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
¿Qué color? Perfecto, mijo.
Gracias. Thank you.
What's wrong, mijo?
Donating to a pet's medical care is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
At night, NewsLink Indiana brings you the news before you go to bed. But Friday mornings, you're waking up with Cardinal Weather, bringing you up to speed on the day's top stories.
And giving you up-to-the-minute conditions from the Ball State Weather Center.
And of course, lots of fun.
I gave mine personality. Look, it's got eyebrows. Ooh.
My lucky glove didn't even work.
But I also am excited for those fall temperatures. Start your Friday mornings with Cardinal Weather, live on the Cardinal Weather Facebook page.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Bryce Dimsevich with sports. Ball State men's volleyball flies over to Columbus, Ohio to take on the Buckeyes as the Cardinals look to stay atop the MIVA standings. It's a back-and-forth affair in the first set going deep into overtime as Ball State prevails 34-32. The Cardinals quickly lose momentum and lose big time in the second set to make the matchup 1-1. But Ball State takes the third set as they go on to win this one 3-1. They'll be back in action at home this Saturday versus Lindenwood. To keep it on the hardwood, Ball State women's basketball prepares to face off against the Kent State Golden Flashes tomorrow in the MAC tournament semifinals. Ball State is 2-0 against the Golden Flashes this year in 2 close matchups and look to complete the season sweep. The Cards are currently 24-43 all-time versus the Flashes, and head coach Brady Sally is 8-10 in the MAC tournament. The winner of this matchup will face off against the winner of Toledo and Buffalo on Sunday. Wapahani boys basketball has been one of the best basketball teams to watch this year, posting a 24-2 record and semi-state qualification. NewsLink Indiana's Aiden Regal caught up with the squad before one of the biggest weekends in their history.
There are few things more special to a small town than high school sports. And that's no different in Selma, where Wapahani boys basketball have been putting on a show this season behind one of the best players this county has ever seen.
We have a captain and scoring leader and guy that makes a lot of plays for us in Isaac Andrews, but at the same time, it's not a one-on-one game. So we talk to him and the rest of our team about, being good role players, but also be willing to make the right play and make the smart play.
And that smart play has led to Andrews breaking the Delaware County scoring record, which had stood for over 60 years. But Andrews has been able to expertly deal with the pressure.
There's always pressure when it comes to being on the basketball court, but just embracing the moment, enjoying it, having fun, taking it all in, and then I feel like that eliminates most of the pressure.
At the beginning of the season, Andrews wanted to step up and work hard, and head coach Matt Luce says he's done just that.
Isaac's best tribute and best compliment is how hard he works in practice, and he's the same every day in practice and every day in games. He's very consistent, treats people right, he's a very good student, very good athlete.
The Raiders defeated the Tipton Blue Devils 65-41 in the state regionals last weekend, and Andrews believes that win shows they can beat any team.
I mean, it was just a great game for us. We came out, we executed in that third quarter, and if we just keep playing our game, I think we'll be in good shape.
Andrews and the rest of Wapahani will face the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays at the Marion Crawley Center in Lafayette this Saturday in the first round of semi-state. In Selma, Aiden Regal, NewsLink, Indiana.
Now let's talk about Ball State women's basketball. They're going into a big matchup against Kent State to hopefully advance to the finals here in the MAC tournament. How do you think they're going to fare in this matchup against Kent State?
I think they're going to do nothing but great, like they normally do.
Yeah, we've seen how the season's gone for them. I honestly feel like I have no doubts they're going to go ahead and come up on top in this
Absolutely.
victory.
I'm excited to see what they do.
Yep. Coming up, we'll have Corey Shaw with your campus coverage.
Plus a final look at weather. Stay with us.
Attacks against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders are on the rise.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer. In terms of the hate crimes, I think there is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kids should know.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. My name is Corey Shaw, and this is your campus coverage. Now that spring break is over, students are ready and eager. Jacob Gill talks about his transition back.
The transition coming back to school was a little bit rough. Monday kind of kicked my butt like they usually do. But, you know, I'm back. I'm back. We're back, boys.
Ending on May 3rd, which will start summer break.
Yeah, guys, take a look at that 7-day forecast outside right now. Thankfully, quiet weather across the next 7 days throughout the region. Friday, much cooler, 52 degrees the high. Saturday, only up to 56. Sunday for your St. Patrick's Day, 45 degrees here. Frost returns to the pictures Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Only 29 the low on Sunday into Monday. Would expect a hard freeze throughout the region. Monday, our next weather system moves through, bringing a chance of snow showers throughout the region here. Tuesday, 42 degrees. Wednesday, 48. Thursday, 53. So thankfully, a quiet pattern throughout the region.
Thank you, Noah and Corey. So that's all for tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to tune in tomorrow morning for Waking Up with Cardinal Weather.
And for news anytime, anywhere, just go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night and stay safe.